What is up, guys? Spur of the moment trip to none other than Brazil. And if you're from Brazil, e aí galera, nós estamos no Brasil pela primeira vez. Did I say it right?
There you go, buddy. You got it first try.
Hell yeah. So if you guys don't know, Duarte is actually from Brazil, from this city in particular. What's it called?
Belo Horizonte and the state of Minas Gerais.
That sounds so cool. I love the words in Portuguese. So as you guys know, Duarte is my partner with Drift HQ. We actually have a lot of customers over here. The drift scene's pretty freaking cool.
50 cars this weekend.
That's
Are you
insane.
excited?
Dude, so I haven't even shown them the track yet. This track is called Megaspace, and it is probably the most elevation I've ever seen on a drift track. That includes Japan, but I did just learn, this is the track by the way, it literally zigzags down this mountain. What's the story behind this track that we're gonna drive?
We just learned that together. Even though I've been here before 4 or 5 years ago, I never knew that this track was actually based out of a Japanese inspired track. So Drift Show, which is what brought you and Kala here for you guys to use the car, they were invited here back in 2009, and they pretty much said like, hey, how do we build a track that's similar to Toge in Japan and stuff? And this is what they came up with. This is the sickest elevation, like you said, of any track we've ever been to. Camera will never do it justice, but trust us when we say this is insane.
We've been talking about going to Brazil for a while, and it just so happened that this was like one free weekend smack dab in between 2 other weekends. The track is close to the airport, and Duarte was like, yo, this is probably the craziest track you'll ever drive. Pretty hard to say no to, and we have an awesome host, Sergio, who's got a pretty crazy story himself. Got some sick cars under here. We got a lot to catch him up to speed on.
A lot to catch up. 3-day and a double header event, which we just learned now. We didn't know that, so they get to compete 2 days, 2 times, 2 tries, and hopefully take home the trophy, right?
How do I say I'm gonna push in some doors in Portuguese?
Eu vou empurrar algumas portas.
Eu vou empurrar portas. I got it?
Almost.
All right, close enough. Close enough, close enough. It only took 17,000 tries that you guys know we'll see. So this is Sergio and his son Lucas. We were hanging out earlier playing in the playpen at the Picanha restaurant, right?
Yes.
I got you.
Oh.
You're a skilled pilot, so I hear.
Yep.
What do we got here? What kind of cars we got here?
We got an S15 with 1JZ engine, S14 with SR20 engine, and the 350Z with a VK 35 engine, and more the E36.
A história do drift começou comigo, né? Lá no Japão. Eu pratico desde 1999.
So he started he introduced drifting in Brazil over 10 years ago. But 2009 actually.
E aí em 2008 a gente resolveu vir embora e trazer esses carros de drift pra cá. E quando esses carros chegou aqui, era só os carros meus. Não tinha outros carros de drift aqui, né?
So he did something extremely crazy that like most people wouldn't even do today. In order to introduce the sport to Brazil, he brought his own cars and he would do shows with the cars and just get drivers. He'd have 32 cars show up and 28 of the cars were his.
That's crazy.
That's how you get people to learn. People had no idea what drifting was. Look at the evolution. Today we have 50 cars attending this competition, and thanks to him and to everything that him and his wife did. In the next 10 years, like pretty much like they'll probably never even remember what he's done for the sport, but legendary, everything that he's done.
And where does your drift influence come from? Japan?
Isso é influência do drift de onde?
Do Japão.
Japan directly, baby. From the motherland. He introduced the drifting from his side of things, the Japanese style drifting, and now it's been like a huge divide between the FD style and Japanese. He's still a cut knuckle guy, same as you saw the car that Colette's gonna drive. Still keep it simple and just drive as hard as you can. But today, as you're gonna see tomorrow with all the cars that are gonna be here, there's like that divide of style versus full comp cars and old school cars. So he pretty much is the guy that wants just to see the sport keep growing. So he's pushing for the best.
It's very cool. Obrigado.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. This is what you're driving, right?
Yeah.
1JZ S15. Give me the details, short and sweet.
He's 1JZ S15 with sequential gear, with 5 gears, sorry, with 600 horsepower.
Not bad. Have you driven this one?
Yes, I drove it.
You like it?
Yo, bro, it's like the best car I drive in my life, man. Like, I drive the G350Z, like 300 horsepower. Go to this one, bro, it's incredible. Wow, it's the best car I drive in my life.
So what I want to know though is the car that Colette's sitting in right now. That's got my favorite engine in it. Are you a fan of the SR20?
Yes.
That was my guy. I love it.
Is a SR20 with I think 500 horsepower. One of the best cars we have here in Brazil. We have here in Drift Show.
Let's take a look at this beauty here. What do you like about the SR20?
The engine is fast. Like you put a SR20 with 400 and a 2JZ with 600. The SR20 goes fast in the door to door, you know?
I love it.
And here you have my car. It's a 350Z revamp version with a Vicky with a surprise there. Enter the car.
Are we gonna show your pedals?
Yes.
They're so
sir.
cool.
My pedal setup.
I love it. So how long have you been driving? Did you learn on a sim? What's your story?
I learned on the scene. I initiated on the scene with the guys here in Brazil, and like 1 year in the scene. And I go the track in 2022 with the 350Z. He's my first car, and for me the perfect car. You know, you can win a lot of championships with this car. He's not the best, but he's always incredible.
I wish I saw the light of the 350Z at your age. I wish I was driving at your age. Dude, you got a good
Yeah,
head on
it's
your shoulder.
incredible.
Where'd you learn your English? Your English is really good.
Yeah, I think I learned it with classes.
Thank you for giving us the walk around. I'm excited to see the car that I'm driving when it rolls up. You're gonna have to give me
Yo,
a
the
deep walk around on that.
E36, bro.
Have you driven that one?
No, I don't drive it, but I see this car, bro, is incredible. Angle kit, you know, it's incredible. The car is fast. It's a lot of power too, so it's incredible. It's a perfect car too.
Cool. Well, I'm excited. Hopefully can we drive a little bit together this weekend? I know you're not in a
No,
competition,
I
but
want to tend it with you.
we'll do it. We'll make it happen.
Let's go.
All right. You like your Z a lot, but what's one thing you don't like about it?
The sound of it. It's terrible. Like, bum. It's terrible. Can you? I feel shut up with that car. Like, it's not a good sound.
You know, there's kids out there that would die to drive a 350Z, and you're
Yeah.
sitting here saying it sounds terrible.
No.
I'm just messing with you. It sounds terrible.
No.
I'm just messing with you.
We all know it sounds terrible.
Yep.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Sound 350Z went you know, it's terrible.
Wait, do you have the pop bang pop?
Yeah. I have one.
My guy.
Sometimes.
I just learned that your Z is originally right-hand drive converted.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think it's better.
All right, so he's giving me a quick drive. I see what you mean about the sound. We're doing a quick drive through the track, no drifting, just to check it out. This hill is so steep.
I guess. Wait.
Yeah, it's a loud
Better
car.
than. No. Bro, the sound is infernal.
You know what you should do? You should just coast down the hill.
Yeah.
So you don't hear it. All right, so that's where we start. You come up to the corner up here. This view is insane. I feel like camera's not gonna do it justice, but we've got zone and it basically goes from this side, back to that side, over across. This is wild.
It's incredible.
It is.
It's incredible. This track is the best track in Brazil. I think the best for me is the best.
How many times have you driven here?
I think 2 times. This and 1 time in my father's car.
Love it. This is so cool. And it's like a proper racetrack surface too.
It's a drift track. The first drift track in Brazil. They're real for drifting.
I know it's a little thing, but the fact that it doesn't say water and it says agua makes me so happy.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, now today's official practice for the competition. Correct me if I'm wrong, Duarte. This is the equivalent of like the Pro Series in Brazil.
Yes, it is the only one.
So this is the Pro Series. There's a Pro Spec version of this as well.
Yeah, they don't have it at every single round, but like half of the rounds they have a pro spec pretty much.
Okay. So what I want to do is, like, when I was in Australia, we did like a proper pit walk and talked to all the drivers and their cars, because there's so many unique cars here. Today's probably gonna be mostly focused on driving, but I'm gonna try to film some with Duarte where we walk through the pits, talk to all the drivers and show the cars. But I'll give you guys a little teaser. Some of the cars are lined up for tech, and there's some cool stuff here. One thing too, you gotta keep your eye out here because there's a lot of body swapped cars. But that Maverick is an actual Maverick.
That is an actual Maverick V8. What engine is in it?
V8.
Was it LS or the V8 from the car?
I think it's the V8 from the car.
You get a lot of V8s here?
Yes.
I think so cool. I'm pretty happy. There's a lot of E36s here.
You see that?
Dude, this thing's sick. I love the color scheme on it. I'm already in heaven. There's so many cool cars here. And it's not like the States where everything's got a JZ. What motor are all
Everything
these?
has M50s here, which is incredible. They keep them alive. They keep them over 500, and some magic, they keep them like running every single time. I don't even see them blowing up. All these cars, all M50s, M50, M52s, and all bought by Drift HQ. So we sell more parts for built engines for BMW motors to Brazil than in the US.
That's so cool.
What are we doing wrong?
I know, right? I'm gonna drive one and I'll be like, yep, this is it.
Let's do it. Jordan, back in action. And these all have like aftermarket ECUs as well. So that's one thing that we don't do a lot with these cars. We keep the stock ECUs in the US, and all these pretty much are either on Field Tech or Engine Pro.
Your favorite?
What's your favorite car here?
My favorite car here is I think this is 36.
Yeah, why?
It's pretty. It looks pretty cool. These wheels is incredible.
See, it has a Drift HQ handbrake in it.
I love it.
RRP shifter.
All right, practice is about to start. My car's getting teched. I'm gonna give you guys a quick little walk around on this thing. Super simple, E36, BC coilovers, turbo M50. So this is the same engine that I've got in Stinky. All of the guys over here, they build them, they turbo them. Good engine?
Whoa, what the engine is like?
Have you driven this?
No, I driven it one time just, but it's an engine that's like fast and good for, and don't break. Like the drone broke, so it's better.
Overall, it's a super simple car. They already got me fitted up inside. Power should be good. I think it makes in between 500 and 600. I think like 500 wheel, which should be plenty. Inside, super simple. And you know, having a car on an angle kit I'm comfortable with on BCs, it should be a really good weekend. I'm super thankful. Not only do I get a rad car thanks to Sergio, but it's a car that I'm gonna be comfortable in. It's really cool to see how many E36s there are out here. I guess the story behind this car, he picked it up off another driver that drove in this series. So not his personal car that he built, but it's pretty legit. It seems like it's gonna be a good time. I don't understand. If you can hear me, help. They're asking me questions at the grid. I don't know how to answer. All right, we're about to go out on our first laps. Made a couple little alignment changes. So a couple things that I'd like to dial in a little bit further. But for what we got, I think this thing's gonna feel pretty solid. Got a little bit of grip left in the table if we can get a front sway bar and stiffen up the springs. In the front, that is. But overall, I think we're in a good spot. Power band doesn't feel too bad. And it shut off. The car shut off twice. It's saying something on the dash. It's hitting a safety or something.
Adam is having him remove all the safety out of the car. Just in case, that's how he runs all the cars, so in case something happens, he doesn't hit a wall because the car turns off.
Yeah.
He turned the car, it turned off 2 times, so now he's going in. They don't know enough about this car because they just bought it for him.
Oh.
So they're trying to remove all the perimeters so that he can like send it without any fear that something's gonna go.
All right, we're back in the cockpit for the second practice session, about to go out. Car feels pretty good. Ready to rip. It's good. The car just, it either needs more tow or lower tire pressure.
Okay.
Very loose. In the rear.
Okay.
I'm so excited to drive this track. Getting ready to do our first laps. Let's have some fun. The car feels very loose with zero toe in the rear, so it's going to take a little getting used to, but should be fine. I've never even driven through the track, so we've got some stuff to figure out. Have some fun. Starting on a hill. All right, let's go. Kind of slow off the line. Not bad, just loose. Little off that mark. Felt pretty good. This poor car's got to get hot after driving like that. But man, do I need some more grip. This thing is free as a bird. Need more toe. I don't like that there's no coolant gauge. That kind of makes me nervous. It's very easy to drive, just slow. Good, but the tires need to come down. I'm gonna need to find some grip somewhere because zero toe ain't cutting it, unfortunately. All right, Sergio did me a massive favor. He's had a ton of laps on this car and he felt really bad that my car was acting up, so he just stuck me in his S15 JZ. I think it's a 1J, makes about the same power as the E36, but he knows this car is ready to rock and he wants me to get some practice in since I've done 2 laps so far. But I'm just stoked to be here and drive with everyone. I want to do some tandems and have some fun with all these drivers. We'll warm up our tires, see how it feels. A little bit better than the E36. Still think these tires are just a little loose. Woo! Yeah, at least this baby we can crank some toe in. She's gonna need it. Have some fun though, make some noise. Had a little bit of a blow-by thing going on, so hopefully. All right, let's go. Gonna come off the line in the pipe. Definitely feels better than the other car. A little off that zone. Gotta really drive this thing in the pipe. Woo! It decels pretty quick. It's like when I'm clutching in, it's hitting some sort of like cut. Thing moves. It works. It's really cool. I like the E36 better, but until it's working, we'll just rip this thing. Renato is a really big YouTuber in Brazil. Super good driver. He's actually been in the compound before. Put it on his door if we can. The car's great, but we got to get the tune stuff figured out, or I'm going to be a liability on track. It's just shutting off and doing some weird stuff, and I don't want to. All right, back in the S15. Gonna try to do another chase, see how the car feels. All right, let's see if I can leave the line better this time. All right, guys, let's do this. Have some fun. It's better, but I need to change the limiter style. That's what's part, it feels like it's cutting out. Watch, the hysteris is too slow, watch. I need to change it to make it faster. All right, I think we got the rev limiter issue checked out. We got a little bit more toe in the rear. Thing's about to be a weapon. Let's go have some fun, do some laps, some driving, chase some more locals. Gotta really wheel this thing, but I like it. All right, let's see how the grip feels. Still want to make a couple little adjustments to the tune, but we'll go have some fun. Just one. We're in business, baby. I still think there's a few areas where I did a little bit of a bog, but it's definitely way better than it was before. What I'm honestly stoked about is when I give Sergio his car back, he's gonna drive even better for him.
Dude, you're annoyingly good. For real.
Pulled some logs and made some tweaks, so it should be even better now. Every lap just keeps on feeling better and better. I'm stoked though. I think one of my favorite things is taking a car, especially if it's something that someone's used to driving and not really realizing that there's some stuff that could be improved, helping them improve it, and then seeing their reaction when they get to drive it again. So not only am I going to have fun driving his car, but he's going to hop in this thing and be like, dang, this thing's rocking now. First good chase. Hell yeah. I'm just stoked to drive with all the locals. I'm so sorry. I think it was just wheel to wheel.
Okay. Wait, the here?
I think so. Sorry.
No problem.
Alright, made some more changes after getting our ass rolled, and we've got no rear bar, no rear spacer, so we should have all the side bite. Couldn't add any more toe, we're already at 1.5 inches, so until we can get a front bar, we're asking everything we can out of this chassis. We're facing another E36, let's do the thing. Can you look at my clutch pedal? It feels like it might be broken.
Oh,
can you look at it?
Yes, yes.
Go side to side.
The pin is loose. Travou. O pino da embreagem soltou. It's the pin that the pivot pin for the clutch is loose.
Okay.
It's just loose. Fala aí com ele, traduz pro Sérgio. O pino do pivot da embreagem tá solto.
Correu o atuador, Sérgio?
How do you like the track? It's nice, isn't it?
Do you want me out?
Fala pra ele, bloco.
Can you go to the box? The boys will look at it.
Yeah. I can drive. I can drive it. You want me to drive back?
Wanna drive?
I have to drive back there.
Do you wanna drive or you wanna go to the box?
I don't want to crash because of this.
He's not, ele não quer bater por causa disso.
Is it gonna break?
Vai quebrar?
Não, não vai quebrar não.
Não,
Vai
it's not
engatar
gonna break.
aqui lá andando.
Put it in gear and go.
Should I, Lynn, can you ask, should I drive? I really didn't get to show you guys the S15. I wound up driving that much, but it's been a roller coaster of a day. I'm super thankful to Sergio and Drift Show for kind of showing me the ropes, let me drive all his cars. We've all been playing kind of car swap, and this is what I wound up piloting. So we got a 1JZ under the hood, sequential transmission, rear radiator, fuel cell. So this is like a real deal ride. We finished off the night with some delicious local food right by where we were staying in the city, and then got a good night's rest for tomorrow's competition.